The Envoy by GMC.
Whether you're working out, working hard, or making changes, one thing is for certain. Centrum has your nutrition needs covered. With Centrum, you benefit from what science is discovering about how vitamins and minerals help maintain health, unlock energy, and strengthen immunity. Centrum, always complete from A to Zinc. And Centrum Kids' great new taste is making a splash with new fruit flavors kids love.
Now, your local forecast on the Weather Channel.
Snow is falling in parts of the Great Lakes and Northeast, and New York City will get its share. Hello and welcome to Weather Center, brought to you by American Hawaii Cruises. I'm Dan Atkinson.
And I'm Joel Brown. Rain and snow are also falling across the west yet again for the third day in a row. Let's take a look at the messy weather in the east, and we'll work our way west. So here it is. It's a relatively small area, about 3-4 states getting the worst of it, but it looks like it will affect some of the bigger cities of the northeast for your Monday morning commute. And that would be with snow, not just rain. To the south, you have been lucky today. The perfect weather that we had yesterday was almost a repeat today. We had a few more clouds. You notice that we had a few passing showers, but really not bad at all. So let's take you into the trouble spot. And here it is. New York City, we've had some snow this evening. Major airports like LaGuardia and JFK have been reporting snow. So if you're flying tonight, you might want to call ahead just to check. It's not been very heavy snow, but you never know how much it's going to take before it starts to slow things down. And tomorrow that may be the case as well. In central Pennsylvania, we've also had some reports of freezing rain and sleet. And temperatures have dropped a lot in Pennsylvania. So now some of those spots that were wet on the road earlier may be starting to ice over. You're in luck if you're on Interstate 70 in Ohio, or really throughout West Virginia and into Virginia, as it should stay all rain for you here. Although temperatures are beginning to drop in a lot of these spots, so we'll watch it very closely. But this is the snowfall forecast zone. 6 or more inches expected. This is not just snow flurries, although it may be at the moment in Hartford and Providence. It will start picking up, and we'll see some accumulation by morning, especially on the roads. While there may still be kind of just wet right now, it should be snow-covered roads before you know it. Actually, in Michigan, things are just about over with. In Detroit, looks nice and quiet now, but that wasn't the case earlier. Look at this. We had some bursts of heavier snow. Really came down for a while there. Total accumulations, maybe 2 or 3 inches. We'll be waiting to get a few reports in, but just enough out there to make it slick on the sidewalks and on the roadways, but not sticking around long enough to bother you for Monday morning. That's good news. In Cleveland, looks like it's really winding down. Just southeast of Cleveland, we had some very heavy rain throughout the day. It's still pouring down in Youngstown and down toward Pittsburgh and in Clarksburg, although it's cleared out in Parkersburg and Zanesville. Looks like it's just about over with. In New Jersey, mainly rain here, but temperatures have dropped in the last few hours, enough so that now in Philadelphia we're getting a rain and snow mix. And across parts of New Jersey, You might expect a little bit of a rain and snow mix here too. Into Virginia, it's rain. This area of low pressure will track across southern New England. By about mid-morning or at least lunchtime tomorrow, it will be out to sea. So we just have basically this evening and tomorrow morning to worry about. And temperatures, look at this, have started to drop. Yeah, 35 in Philadelphia, 31 in Elmira. You've had some heavier snow, while New York City is still fairly warm, 38 degrees. So roads ought to be fine. We've really only seen a little bit of snow in New York City, but that may change tonight. Makes you wish you were here, doesn't it? Here in the south, where temperatures have been in the 70s. We even had a lot of 80s. As a matter of fact, San Antonio is still 82 degrees. We had a number of record highs today, from 84 in San Antonio, just a little cooler now, to 81 in Jackson, Mississippi. Augusta, nice day to be out there on the golf course, 80 degrees. And Charleston in South Carolina hit 79. So these are really just a sampling of the record highs that we had. And even though this cold front is about to come through, it does not look like it's going to be that much cooler tomorrow. Kind of nice. This is how it's been recently. These air masses have been coming from the Pacific as opposed to out of Canada. When that starts happening, we'll have a turn toward winter again, and we may start to see that some signs of winter by the end of the work week. In the meantime, some passing clouds, a few sprinkles around, and it looks like maybe we'll hear a little thunder, maybe see a little lightning around the Danville area. And Raleigh, you watch the span, you might get a little more in the way of rain. Showers headed into Florence right now, heading out of Augusta and Georgia. And Atlanta looks like you're finished. We can probably get rid of this radar. But for the rest of this evening, dry weather, nice weather. What's coming up for tomorrow? Well, we'll find out. We'll check that in a moment. But first, our storm system in the west. Let's get the details on that.
Yes, Jill, and you mentioned what's coming up for tomorrow. Well, in Seattle, there could be some snow coming up. You have another blast about to come in. You can see it here on this satellite loop. Next in the series of storms impacting the western states, and you are in for some more mountain snow and valley rain. And in fact, the snow levels in western Washington and Oregon could be dropping down to about 500 feet by tomorrow as the next system pushes in. Still, though, the snow is falling in the mountain areas of the west, particularly in the Sierra, as the moisture continues to feed in with plenty of it sweeping in right across central California. It has been rainy through much of the day around San Francisco and on up into places like Blue Canyon, Immigrant Gap along Interstate 80. But you get into the higher elevations, and the snow has been measured in the past 24 hours in feet. Places like Soda Springs and Kirkwood, right along the Nevada-California border. Kirkwood has reported 18 to 24 inches, and Soda Springs 24 to 36 inches. That's in the snow and in the rain.